All right. So again, guys, what did I ask you to do? Questions 1 through
8.
Yeah, I think that's correct. So let's take a look up here and let's see how things are going, because we did them in the other class. All right, so I kind of want you to take a look, and we're going to continue down with other problems as well, because I think these shaded regions seem to cause some problems with kids. So number 1, everybody, look up. Who got 180 millimeters squared? You got 180 millimeters squared. You can pat yourself in the back. You are amazing.
Wait, 1 second. I got one. Same here. Yes, I got 180.
All right, so let's look at it now, please. Keep your eyes up. Today is going to be a kind of a nice little easy day. All right, but I need you to keep your eyes up, please, and look at our solution. All right. First of all, we see a triangle, a rectangle, and 2 parallelograms. Everybody with me on this? All right. So that's where I want you to double check here. The 2 times the base times height represents these 2 areas right over here. Anybody have an issue with that? You with me? And that's okay if you did 5 times 7 plus 5 times 7, right? That's the same as 2 times 5 times 7. Agreed? Right? Then you have the rectangle here, which is this guy right here.
Oh, I know what I did.
Then you have the triangle here, which is right there.
I only did 1 triangle.
No, there's only 1 triangle. There is only 1 triangle. There are 2 parallelograms and 1 rectangle.
Oh, I forgot the rectangle. That's right. I didn't do it.
Now, please make sure you're looking up. All right? Because we're going to do a couple of these together. All right? Anybody have any issues with that? All right, now let's take a look at question number 2. Look at question number 2 with me. Number 2, you should see 3 shapes. What 3 shapes do we see?
Oh, a half circle.
What on number 2? What do we see?
A triangle.
Yes. You see a triangle, you see a trapezoid, and you see a rectangle. That's what you're looking at. Everybody with me on this? All right? And again, I'm just trying to make you aware that the triangle is this guy right here, which is that formula. Then you have the trapezoid, which is this formula. Then you have the rectangle, which is this formula. Now, I think you guys know how to, I think you know how to plug the numbers into the formulas. Is that correct? Right? You just have to make sure that you recognize the right formula. All right? And you recognize the right shape or the correct shape. Anybody have any issues with that? Yes, I think it came out to be 9.22. Yesterday we had some disagreement and we had answers, and I think those were incorrect. I think the correct answer came out to be 9.22. Anybody else get that? 9.22?
Yeah, I got 9.22.
Good. All right, actually, I'm kind of happy with you guys. All right? Now, but if you didn't get it now, what you're supposed to be doing is you're supposed to look up there and make sure that you see the right dimensions, and if you don't see the right dimensions, now you tell me. All right, that's what we're trying to take a special look at for today. Do you see the base and height of the triangle? Do you want me to show you the base and height?
No, I know.
You sure? All right. And now, question number 3. Let's scroll over to question number 3. We have a what? What are the shapes? Half a circle and 2 trapezoids. The question is, are the trapezoids the same? The answer is the trapezoid is not the same. So you have to have 2 different equations. That's why, look, we have 1/2 pi r squared. That is the area of the what? The semicircle. You agree with that? Then I have the two trapezoids, right? So this trapezoid here matches up here. And then I want you to be able to see the other trapezoid matches up with the other formula. Bless you. All right. Now again, I'm asking you, did we get 73.13 or 73.15, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Nothing like that? All right, so let's take out your calculator. How much? All right, so let's look at it now, just to make sure, and then we're going to do a couple. We're going to do a couple together. So look up, please. Look up. Look up. All right. What is the radius of the circle? What's the radius of the circle? 4. Right. So now what I want to do is I'm looking at the purple formula. Everybody up there looking at the purple formula? The radius is 4. So it would be 1/2 times pi times 4 squared. Is that an issue with anybody? Anybody have an issue? All right, now look at the green trapezoid. What are the two bases of the green trapezoid? Somebody tell me. 4 and 8. What's the height of the green trapezoid? 5. If you can see that, then you're in good shape.
Oh, I didn't.
Now, of the gray trapezoid, what's the base and height of the gray trapezoid? 4 and 8. And what's the height? 3. Is everybody good with that? No, and that's what you're trying to, that's the whole thing. You made some mistakes, now you're correcting your mistakes. All right, and you're double checking why you made your mistake. Now, everybody now just can type that into the calculator. Everybody, you type that exactly into the calculator. And you should get the right answer now. All right. Common mistakes. Common mistakes. All right, is everybody happy with that? All right. So now what I want to do is number 4 was kind of obnoxious. So I want everybody to take a look at number 4, please. Did anybody get 100.415? That was hard. All right, so let me do this. I want everybody to erase what you have for question number 4. Erase what you have for question number 4. I'm going to work this one with you. All right, I want to work this with you. All right. So first thing we have to do is we have to identify the shape. So what I want to do now is here, I'm just outlining this for us. Everybody see? Now you should be able to tell me the shapes, correct? What? I don't remember now. I'll tell you in a second. So let's do this. So this right here. Now I need your attention, guys, so look up. I want to identify the shapes. This is called a what? That's called a what? Trapezoids. Everybody good with that? This is called a what? Are they the same? Does everybody agree that's the same? Right, so now we're going to write the formula for area. So here we go, guys. I want everybody to be able to do that. So make sure you're with me. A is equal to. Now, what's the formula for area of a trapezoid? Very, very good. 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Now, who can tell me why I wrote it like that? Because there's 2 of them. Is everybody good? All right. Now, let's do this. At the top here, what is this called up here? Semicircle. Does everybody agree with that? Right? Everybody agree with semicircle, right? What's the formula for area of a semicircle? Yes, 1/2 pi r squared or pi r squared divided by 2. Does everybody agree? So we're going to put plus 1/2 pi r squared. Now, everybody look at the bottom down here. What is the bottom shape down here? Another semicircle. Is that the one same as the one on the top? No. Does everybody agree with that? So again, we're going to have to put what formula there? Plus 1/2 pi r squared. Is everybody comfortable with that? 1/2 pi r squared. Everybody good? Now the last one, the area of the trapezoid. Right? Who remembers what the formula is for the area of the trapezoid? Somebody tell me. Good. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, so that is your formula. Is everybody good with that? Now we have to plug the numbers in carefully. Let's plug the numbers in carefully. All right? So your area is equal to 2. Now, what are the two bases? What are the two bases of the smaller trapezoid? 2 and 4. Very good. Now, instead of putting 2 plus 4, what could I just say? 6. 6, right? You want to blow it because you said 2 plus 4 is 8. All right? 2 plus 4 is 6. Anybody have any problems with that? Now, what's the height of that trapezoid? Somebody? What's the height of the smaller trapezoid? Come on, everybody should be able to tell me. No! Why is it 4? Because it's showing you right here, guys. Look now, look up so you can see. This right here is what we're talking about. Now, I'm going to show you how I got that, so please look. This distance from here to here that I'm drawing is 4. Now watch what I'm doing. I'm moving that distance right over here. That is the what? That is the height. But they wanted to keep it out of the way. Is everybody okay with that? All right, so the height is 4. Right? So let's put a 4 here. Now I can close the bracket. Plus 1/2 pi. Uh-oh, what's the radius of the small circle? Everybody agree? 2. What's 2 squared? So does everybody agree I could just put 4 there? All right. Plus 1/2 pi. What's the radius of the bigger circle? 4, right? Does everybody see why it's 4? Because it's kind of covered up there. Everybody see how it came out to be 4? The diameter is 8, so the radius is 4. And what's 4 squared again? 16. So I can put a 16 here. Plus 1/2. Now, what are the two bases of the big trapezoid? What are the two bases of the big trapezoid? 8 and 4. Thank you. Perfect. And what's 8 plus 4? I'm happy. Now the hard part. Someone tell me the height of the big trapezoid. Go. Does everybody agree it's 7.5?
Yes.
Most people made a mistake on that. All right, is everybody with me? It's 7.5?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, 4 plus 3.5. So now I have what? 7.5. Now what I want everybody to do is I want everybody to look at that real quick for me and say that's not too hard. There's just a bunch of shapes. Does everybody agree? All right. Now type that straight into the calculator. Let's see it. All right. Everybody type it in. And then who's got it? Tell me. So I have 100.415. And then yards squared. Now if you got something different, that's good. Same thing. Oh, we have 2 so far. We have what? 3 people. All right, so it looks like we're in pretty good shape as far as that goes. Now I always try to tell kids, you have to do the calculator yourself. All right, when you take a test, it looks like it should be so simple, but people always make careless mistakes. Isn't that right, Sebastian?
Oh, I really screwed up. I got it. 200.
Yeah, you really did. All right.
200.
Hit clear, 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 and now type it in again. Let's go. How did you do? Max, how did you do?
I got
Let's practice. Right here. 2. Come on, we got this, girl. 2 times 1/2 times 6 times 4 plus 1/2 times pi times 4 plus 1/2 times pi times 16 plus 1/2 times 12 times 7.5. Then hit enter. Did you get it or not?
Oh, I made a crab mistake.
Just type in 100.415. Girls in the back?
I think I got it wrong because I said plus.
You gotta be real careful. Sweet Caroline,
I got one.
you there? You good now? All right. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Okay, now look. Guess what? We are now, I want everybody to jump to question number 7. Did you get it correct? I want everybody to look at 7. So far I have what as an answer? Somebody said 90.847.
I got 90.85.
90 point what? 90.85. What do we got?
I got 156.
Good, 156.9. Girls in the back.
I got 90.
Wow. Okay, I'm pretty impressed. Are you in the game or?
Yeah, I got 90.85.
Wow. Not sure? All right, let's talk about it real quick. So the first thing I'd want everybody to do is to try to divide this up into shapes. All right? So the top is a what?
Oh, I forgot the
Half circle. So we're going to write down A equals pi r squared. And don't forget we're taking half of it. Plus, now, this shape right here. If I draw this straight across this way, that is a parallelogram. Which would be, what's the formula for that? Base times height. Very good. All right, plus base times height. Now, the bottom, a full circle. Very smart. That's how I want you to think. There are 2 what? Half circles. But you have to look carefully. Are the half circles the same? Yeah, so instead of doing 2 half circles, you can just do 1 whole circle. So you would do plus pi r squared. Plus pi r squared. All right? So from there now, here we go. What is the radius of the large circle?
Oh, 6.
6. Very good. It is 6. Did everybody see that? All right. So now I have 1/2 pi. And what's 6 squared? It's small numbers we can just go ahead and do. Plus, what's the base and height of the parallelogram? 6 and 12. Very good. Very good. 6 times 12. Now the hard part. What is the radius of the smaller circle?
Yes.
What?
6. Oh, 3.
6 or 3, guys? Come on.
6. 3. 6.
Now this is the smaller circle right here, guys. Make sure you're seeing me. Hold on a minute. Does everybody see that's the circle we're talking about, right? So all the way across that circle is how much? No.
Oh, that
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And again, look right here what we want to do. If you're unsure, think of it like this. This right here would go up here. You see that? All right, so don't let them trick you by that. So the radius of that circle is at 6, but what? 3. So it'd be pi times 3 squared. And what's 3 squared? 9. Beautiful. So everybody type that straight in real quick and rounding to 3 decimal places. Somebody tell me where we're at. 156 point what? Okay. Wow. Was Sebastian right?
No way. I got 156.9. I got one. Oh no, I got 156.8. Yeah.
All right. So, do you agree with that now? Madeline, do you agree with that now? 156? You see what I'm saying or not? Yeah, double check, please, guys. And I keep trying to emphasize to you guys, if you're not typing the things on your calculator when you take your quiz or test, it's going to be a little bit different. All right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. Everybody good now? Okay, now what I want to do is I want everybody to take a look at question number 11 now. All right, we're getting into a little bit harder. So everybody take a look at question number 11. I have the shaded region. I have shaded region. Somebody tell me how I'm going to figure out what the shaded region is here. Here we go. Tell us.
Oh, you're going to cut it in half, so it's a triangle and a half now.
Whoa.
For part of the
Wait a minute. I like kind of what you said a little bit.
Like a triangle part.
All right, so hold on. Listen, everybody look up. Look up, look up. Nobody wants to give me some advice on how to solve this. What do I do? Wow, very, very smart. Look here, guys. Look up again. You understand there's a circle here, right? Now think of it like this. Now out of my circle, what am I doing? I'm cutting out the triangles, right? And so when you cut something out, you're doing what? You're subtracting it. Is everybody comfortable with that explanation now? All right, so here we go. Let's give it a shot now. Let's see what you know. All right, so anytime you want to find the shaded region, you have to take the area of the large shape and subtract the area of the what? Smaller shape. Is everybody okay with this? So the big area is the circle, correct? So it's going to be A equals pi r squared. Now the question is, are the triangles all the same? Do they look the same?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they look the same. But let's keep in mind, all right? I need to figure out what the height is. All right, I need to figure out what the height of the triangle is. Now, it says, watch this, guys, from here, from there to there. Somebody tell me what that length that I just drew is. 28. Hey, boys in the back, I want you to listen. Look up here now, guys, because it's kind of hard. All right? So if that's 28, this right here is considered the height. So what is the height of that triangle going to be? Somebody help him. What's the height of the triangle going to be? No, not 16. Nope. What is the height? Come on. I need help. Look up, guys. Yes, very smart. The height is going to be 14. All right? This is going to be 14. How do I know it was 14? Because all the way across was 28. Is everybody good with that? So that means the height was actually cut in half. All right? Now, the base of the triangle from here to here is how much? That is correct. That is 16. All right? Now, the question we have to try to figure out is how many triangles do we have? Are they the same? Yes, they are the same. Everybody good with that? So what is the formula for area of a triangle? Hold up, guys. What's the formula for area of a triangle?
1/2 times
1/2 base times height. But how many are there?
Yes.
3. So you're going to do minus 3 times 1/2 base times height. Welcome. Were you sick?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm fine.
Sick on your birthday? Right? And you're sick on your birthday? How sad.
Oh, I got the food over.
All right. Well, we're glad you're here. Happy birthday. All right. All right. So now we're on question number 11. We're on question number 11. All right. Now I need one more thing. Look up here, guys. Make sure you see this. All right. I need now everybody to fill in the for the variables. What is the radius of the circle? Someone's got to tell me what the radius of the circle is. What is it, Caroline?
16.
Why is it 16?
Because you divide 32 in half.
Yeah, do you see that? It's okay, Caroline. Look right here. That's what this is showing. This line down here is demonstrating that right there, if I moved it up, would be the diameter. That's what they're trying to tell you. Okay, so the radius is 16. So here we go. So your area is equal to pi times 16 squared minus 3 times, what's the base and what's the height? Yeah, we can do that. But it's kind of backwards, but it's okay. Base is 16 and height is 14. So everybody look at that now. Now everybody type in, please, pi times 16 squared minus 3 times 1/2 times 16 times 14. Somebody said 468 point, what did you say? 247. Anybody else get that?
My name was off. What was it?
Don't forget to hit the on button. All right.
468.
Is it anybody else? I'm asking you. Did anybody else get 468.247?
I did.
All right. Did you get that?
Totally.
All right. 468.247. Yeah, as Julia just found out, all right, you have to make sure your calculator's on before you start typing in the solution.
My other calculator.
All right. Here we go. We're going to do it again. All right. Look up here, please. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to do 12, and then we're going to do 13. All right. So here we go. Question 12. All right. Clearly we can see a what?
Circle.
A circle. What else?
Triangle.
And 2 triangles. So what you can do is draw this straight across here. Right? Is everybody happy with that? Anybody have any questions? Come on, girls. Look up. Make sure you're good.
Are we going to be quizzed on this?
All right. I'm asking you this question. All right. I see 2 triangles. Now, are the triangles exactly the same? Yes. Does everybody agree with that? So you can say area. Now, are we going to subtract the circle or are we going to subtract the triangles?
Circle.
Which one?
Oh, we're
Which
subtracting.
one is the big figure? The triangle, correct? Everybody see that? In other words, look right here, guys. Here's what I want you to think about. Look right here, just for a second, so I can demonstrate, I think. All right, so right there, I'm trying to demonstrate to you that that right there is the triangles, the 2 triangles. Does everybody agree with that? Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut something out. Look up, please. Come on, guys. Look up so I can show you. I don't care what the answer is. Remember that. Boys, stop. Look up. All right? I'm trying to show you that this shape right here, if it was all colored gray, would just be what? You could say it's 2 triangles. Do everybody agree with that? Now, watch what I'm going to do. All right? from those two triangles, I am going to cut out the what? I'm cutting out the circle. Do you understand why?
Yeah, because it's below.
Right? It's not so much that it's below, it's that the big shape is the triangles. So it's always the large shape minus the smaller shapes. All right? So how many triangles do we have, guys? 2. So the area of the triangles would be 2 times 1/2 base times height. And then we're subtracting out the circle, which is minus pi r squared. That's what I need you to look at. Everybody good with that? So now, I need the height of the triangle. Somebody tell me what the height of the triangle is. 8. The height of the triangle is 8. All right? Everybody good? What is the base of the triangle? Actually, it is 12, right? Because it's a little confusing because of the 10. Do you agree? But the 10 represents the diameter of the circle. Look how tricky that was. So from here now, from here to here represents 10, whereas the 12 represents from here to here. Everybody okay with that? All right. So let's take a quick look now at what is the base and height of the triangle. What's the base and height of the triangle? So A equals 2 times. How wide is the triangle? The base is 10. And the height is what? 8. So that is correct. Now I'm looking for the radius of the circle. What is the radius? Say it. 5. Beautiful. So this would be pi times 5 squared.
Wait, how is the base
The base of the triangle is not 10. Thank you. It is what? It is 12. Thank you very much. That should have been 12. I don't know why I wrote 10. Do you understand why it's 12 and not 10?
I don't think I got
It looks right here. Look. 10 again, I drew that out here. The 12 is identifying this from here to here. Make sure you hear me on that. Everybody agree with that? Girls, y'all see that? Now, the diameter of the circle is from here to here. All right. That was 10. Yes.
Yeah. I got 17.5.
All right, so now when you plug that into your calculator, what did you guys get? Roughly 17.5. Is everybody okay with that? Hey, girls, come on. 17.5. That's what I'm looking at. That's the only thing I care about. Everybody good with that? All right. Now, the last one we're going to look at is question number 13, which again is really nice. Julian, I'm on 13 now. All right. I want someone to tell me what's the big shape that they see. Yeah, exactly. All right. So we're going to take the area of the rectangle, and then what I'm going to do, Connor, tell me, I'm going to subtract out a what? What shapes am I subtracting out?
The circle.
The circle.
The triangle.
And that is exactly correct. So again, everybody look up, make sure they see this, right? So right here, all right, the whole shape itself is a what? Is a rectangle. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to cut out the triangle. I'm going to cut out a circle, and I'm going to cut out a trapezoid. Is everybody good with that? What's the formula for area of a rectangle? Or length times width. So here we go. Area of the rectangle is equal to length times width. Now the triangle's on top. So what's the formula for area of a triangle? 1/2 base times height. Now, help me please. 1/2 base times height. Then I'm going to subtract out the what? The circle. And the circle is what? What's the area of a circle? Pi r squared. And then I'm subtracting out the area of a what? I'm subtracting out the area of a trapezoid. All right, now what was the formula for area of a trapezoid? 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the what? Times the height. All right, so please, everybody take a look at that. Does everybody see that? All right. So somebody tell me the length and width of the rectangle. The length and width of the rectangle. This is kind of tricky now. Say it again. Now, how did you get 5? Beautiful work. Good job, man. So that is the length. And we said the width was what? 3. So if you want to know just the area, it would be 3 times 5 minus. Now, what's the base and height of the triangle?
1.5.
Very nice. Minus. Now, I need to figure out the radius of the circle. I need to figure out what the radius of the circle. Girls, come on, help me out.
1.5.
Somebody said 1.5. It's 1. The reason why it's 1 now, look. The first thing I did was I looked here and I looked here. The one horizontally, I can't really figure it out. Does everybody agree with that? I'm not sure what that is. But why is looking vertically important? Because that vertically is that over here vertically. Does everybody see that? So the radius of that circle had to be what? The radius of that circle had to be 1. So pi, and what's 1 squared? 1. Pi times 1 minus 1/2. Now I need the two bases, the two bases of the trapezoid. Right, this is 1 here. This length on the bottom is 3, because that's the width. Wait a minute, that's not us, is it? Oh, that's right. Hold up. So just 1 second, guys. So then I want you to do 3 plus 1 times 1.5.
We don't have
We're just little kids and we don't have English.
All right, guys. So listen, the only one I want you to try is question number 14. One problem. 14. One problem. 14. You're welcome.
Thank you.